Now they're talking him versus Devin Haney. Would you like to see that fight? Is that a good fight?
It's up to Ryan. You know, Ryan is Ryan do crazy numbers, so it's up to him. Everything's up in the air. So whoever you want to fight.
Other than yourself, is he the biggest viewed boxer in the game right now?
It's some heavy hitters. I mean, it's some heavy hitters in the game right now. When I say some heavy hitters, not many, I should say. But
What you really want to see?
right now in boxing, right now it's only three. It's only three.
Which are?
Canelo,
Facts.
Ryan, and Gervonta Tank Davis.
I agree.
In today's time, fighters think if they got belts and they made a few $1 million, they think they're a star. That don't make you a star. Being well-rounded all around the board makes you a star. Knowing how to articulate, knowing when, know when to speak and when not to speak. And that everything plays a major role in making you a household name.
Ryan Garcia spending time with none other than easy work. I ain't gotta worry about it. Floyd Money Mayweather. What does this mean? After beefing with Oscar De La Hoya? That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Ryan Garcia and Floyd Mayweather, it looks like they were spending more time together, and they were walking, I don't know exactly where, but this clip was from Inside Fighting. Shout out to them. And they were asking Floyd Mayweather, what do you think? What do you want to see next from Ryan Garcia? What about a Devin Haney fight? And Floyd Mayweather says Ryan can fight whoever he wants. Ryan is a star. Ryan does crazy numbers. So not really a direct answer from Floyd, but that's to be expected. You know, he's not going to step on anyone's toes. He's not promoting at the moment either of the fighters. So, you know, he just kept it cool and said Ryan is doing great numbers. And you can't deny that. His fight with Gervonta Davis did over $1 million, and he's partly responsible for it. The collective of Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia both produce those numbers. So you got to give Ryan Garcia credit. Now, Ryan Garcia, he's definitely growing on me. Pause. Ryan Garcia, there's a couple of moments in his career where there was things he was doing that was questionable. He pulled out of a fight with anxiety. Then he ended up pulling out of another fight with Jojo Diaz. He said he had hand issues. He was saying stuff back then like he didn't care about being a champion and belts don't matter. And I'm like, it sounds good from somebody who's never been a champion to say like the belts don't matter and, you know, things like that. But now Ryan Garcia, he's growing with the sport and he's kind of rescinded that comment. And he says that he does want to be a champion. He has a new training situation with Derek James. And, you know, I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. Obviously, he fought Gervonta Davis. He came up short. That's not how he wanted the fight to go, but you can't win them all. He then came back and fought Oscar Duarte. Kind of a weird performance, all in all. Like, he was doing good, and then seemingly when he was doing his best, he started fighting weird and started fighting negative. And I don't know if it was Duarte's power or style, but he just started turning his back a lot and doing like a makeshift great value Floyd Mayweather, which is funny. He's walking with Floyd Mayweather now, and he tried to emulate him in that last fight. For more of my thoughts, stay tuned to the end of this video. But now a word from our sponsors. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working. Ryan Garcia, he put out a poll, and The poll was, who should he fight next? Would it be Rolando Rolly Romero or should it be Devin Haney? And last time I checked, Devin Haney was the one that got the most votes. And then shortly after that, we heard that from pretty much both sides that they were trying to negotiate for a fight. Me, I'm not one to hold back. I told you it would be a great fight, but seeing is believing. I do not believe the fight would happen next. Not in the future, but next. You guys can call me a pessimist, say I'm hating, whatever you want, but I don't see Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney fighting next. And it doesn't really have anything to do with the fighters themselves. I think Devin would fight Ryan Garcia, and I think Ryan would fight Devin. But it's more so the logistics, the promoters, and making the actual fight, and really the terms. Because although I think Devin would fight Ryan and Ryan would fight Devin, are they going to agree on certain aspects like money? Ryan Garcia made a lot of money with Gervonta Davis. So even though Devin Haney has a belt and Devin Haney's been doing a great job of promoting himself and working his way up, you have to look at the actual market value. And Ryan Garcia, at this point, after fighting Tank, even in the loss, his market value, I mean, Oscar said he made over $30 million for that particular fight as the B-side. So if he's making that type of money, then he's probably going to want a good fair share versus Devin Haney. I'm not saying 50-50, but probably something close to it, despite Devin being a champion, maybe 60-40. Then you also have the Golden Boy angle. What does Golden Boy think? Are they willing to risk Ryan Garcia getting in the ring with somebody as dangerous a boxer as Devin Haney? He looked very surgical. I understand Regis Prograis is a totally different fight, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Now, as far as Ryan Garcia with Floyd Mayweather, they've kicked it a few times on a few different occasions. And I don't know if Floyd is scouting because he knows that his nemesis, Oscar De La Hoya, doesn't have the greatest relationship. But I told you, I feel like Golden Boy has played the situation very wrong. You lost Canelo Alvarez, and then now you have this young kid in Ryan Garcia who is the next biggest star that you've ever had behind Canelo, and you're publicly beefing with him. You're saying weird things like Bernard Hopkins saying, depending on how Ryan looks versus Oscar Duarte, I'll then go and make a decision if I think he should continue fighting. Like, who is Bernard Hopkins to tell Ryan when to hang him up or if he should keep fighting? That sounds unheard of, right? You also had the awkward press conference for the Duarte fight where Oscar's making all these faces in the back as Ryan is saying things, and you can see Oscar's seething. Bernard Hopkins, he says he's not going to sugarcoat anything. And it really sounded like Golden Boy was rooting against Ryan Garcia in the Duarte fight. B-Hop said he's not going to promote a lie. And on the mic, when he got on the podium, he also said something to the effect of, he says, boxing will expose the flaw in people, or he said something to this effect like boxing will expose the fake and show if you real or not, things like that. It's just weird, and it seemed like direct shots at Ryan Garcia. And to do this when Ryan was likely already mad from how Golden Boy lacked presence after he lost to Gervonta Davis, it just seems weird to keep throwing gasoline on a fire instead of trying to douse the flames. Golden Boy did not show up after Ryan's biggest fight to date, and maybe even his biggest fight he'll ever do, possibly, with Gervonta Davis, because I do feel if Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, they already fought, if Ryan and Devin were to fight now, it's not going to be as big as the Tank fight. Book it. Because the Tank fight, you had 2 undefeated fighters. Tank is a huge star and an A-side in boxing. Ryan was doing good job promoting. You had people like Kai Cenat who got involved and had both of them on the air, things like that. The Devin Haney fight with Ryan Garcia, trust me, with Ryan off of the Duarte performance and being stopped, some of the allure is already removed because Tank and Ryan, stylistically, you knew somebody was going to get hurt and you knew somebody was going to get knocked out. But for Devin Haney, he hurt Regis Prograis, but he couldn't finish him. So at the end of the day, I don't know if Devin Haney is known like for finishes. So it's just a different tempo of a fight. Most people would look for either, if you're betting on the fight, you'd be looking for Devin Haney by decision, or you would look at Ryan Garcia by knockout. But it's not the same as Tank Davis and Ryan, where most likely somebody's getting knocked out, but it could even go to the scorecards, right? So just a different type of fight, plus Ryan has the loss. So Golden Boy didn't show up for Ryan Garcia in his first public fail where he lost as a pro fighter. And for Oscar to not be there and say there were death threats, B-Hop didn't show up, they can have all the excuses in the world as to why they weren't present, but I don't think Ryan is buying it. And at the end of the day, I think Ryan has kind of held a grudge since that moment, and Golden Boy hasn't done anything at all to heal those wounds or make it better. If anything, they're making it more awkward, and it sounds like Ryan Garcia is just effing with Golden Boy and just dealing with Golden Boy and going through the motions because of a contract. But it doesn't look like he wants to be there. Now that I'm seeing Ryan Garcia with Floyd Mayweather, I really don't feel that he wants to be there. It looks like he would rather be with Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather. That's what it looks like to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Ryan Garcia with Floyd Mayweather yet again, and in the midst of Ryan beefing with Golden Boy. Now YouTube will show you some other videos that I produced. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for all your boxing news, the latest and greatest. Check out this video.